Evening everyone, Ian from DIY Home and Gardening. So 15th of July, so mid-month update, and well, we're starting off in essentially the old allotment. Probably going to be the last filming from here. So yeah, we'll have a quick look here, which will be really quick, and then we'll head up to the other one. So I'll just start with a little bit of colour and show you the sweet peas. They won't be coming. So as I've mentioned a few times, this is essentially the old allotment. It's got to be out of here by the end of this month. So 2 weeks essentially. Most of the things have come out. Looks like the moles have moved in. Bit of super tall lettuce there. One large cabbage remains. Nothing in the other beds other than loads and loads of calendula. Again, more moles have come in. Last block of beetroot are here, and then essentially this section, which is, well, the strawberries that have gone absolutely crazy, which is what I'd hoped for. That would get some good growth and some good runners from those. And in this bed, the last remaining 4 elephant garlic, the gooseberry cuttings, the couple of blueberries in the pot, blackcurrant, and blackcurrant, and that is it. Everything else gone. So let's head up there. Right, okay, so new allotment. First thing to say is it still needs a tidy. I'll work around this way, I guess. So the first early potatoes, they've been lifted, taken home. We've had some, not all. This is the second earlies still to lift, which is on the jobs list pretty soon. So they're Wilshire. Then we've got the main crop, which are this lot, which, as last time, can't remember what they were. They come to me. And then bluebell also as a main crop. And a couple of plants there of Jerusalem artichoke, which are finally starting to show a bit of clumping up. Now into this bed here, this is some beans, edamame beans, and I finally got around to planting all of those, which are the leeks. About a month late, but they're in nonetheless. And I got one of the, well, original sweet corns that I thought they'd all been destroyed by the sheep and by the slugs and snails, but we do have one survivor. Literally last couple of days had high winds, so that end one had totally collapsed. That had gone right over, had to come up. We've had to reinforce it, so there's a little bit of damage to some of the plants, but nonetheless I can still show you what's happening. Here is the purple sprouting broccoli. No, it isn't. Yes, it is purple sprouting broccoli. Calabrese, so we've had quite a bit of that already. So you can see one of the main heads there, and after, if you cut the main heads, you then end up with the small or smaller florets starting to develop. Here's the kale Cavolo Nero, which we have been picking. Also looks like some slugs have been starting on that as well. There you can probably just about make out the glowing white. Let's get closer. So all of those are cauliflower. There's a good one there, but yeah. So we've got cauliflowers coming on there, and then this little block ends here. That's just 12 Brussels sprouts. Onto this section. So on this side, we got yucca-curies, or yucca-curie squash. They're coming on quite well. Yeah, that's another one, big one down there. And sweet corn. And then there's a little block here of turnips, which have been absolutely decimated by, I don't know if you can see them bouncing around, by a thrip. So that's what's caused all those holes. Then you've got the Solaire courgettes, which we've been picking like crazy and giving away. They're sort of growing, well, so fast. And then got the mini popcorn. So that sweet corn up the end there, that's incredible. This is mini pop. You've got the sweet peas all through the middle. And then on this side, I picked a load the other day, but yep, so there's just normal green courgette here. You need to watch all of this. It's got to say, so overgrown. Then at this side are Turk's turbans. They're just starting to develop. Now those one just getting its shape in. So they're Turk's turban, and you can see it's going absolutely crazy. This bed here, tell you what, we'll get round and we can lift the cover on this one where we can. So under here, fennel, which are now bulking up and growing at a rate of knots. There is Welsh onion there. These are, yeah, let's do it from above. This little block here, well, that is celery. French beans interplanted with pak choi. And what I've actually done, where I had a second batch coming on, where we've pulled out the odd pak choi, I've then replanted odd plugs here and there in the middles, just as a bit of a replenishment. These beasties, well, they're actually beetroot, but I mean, look at the size of them. They definitely need pulling a bit more. And then we've got some more French bean here. This is velour, which forms the really nice purple flowers, followed by sort of the black coloured beans. Chrysanthemums, still need to finish tying those in, but they're looking pretty good. And sunflowers are just starting to pop out. I don't know how tall they are now, 10 feet, 9 feet, something like that. Looking pretty good, quite happy that they didn't snap in the wind. Over to this bed, spot the bit that had the weed coming through it, or where the cardboard wasn't covered sufficiently. So here's a bit of a mixture of climbing French bean, which some need picking, a bit of white lady, and then some Guinness record. Here it comes to me. And then here, still need to thin them and work out which are the best, but basically we've got 3 different types of pumpkins, and have already pulled out some of the pumpkins, and indeed need to do a bit more, or starting to do a bit of thinning on these now. Now they're starting to get unruly, so I say we'll need to work out really which ones to keep and which ones to take out, and just allow them a bit of space to develop. So I want to try and get it so that the fruits are forming there. So if that one becomes viable and starts growing, then I'll actually take that one off and just encourage it to grow out to that sort of point. Got 3 giant dahlias, which wasn't sure how they would fare because they got absolutely battered by the winds and were rocking around. Tomatoes, well, they're slowly recovering, but yeah, emphasis on the word slowly. Normal dahlias, so there's a mixture of dahlias here. They still need staking. They're starting to get up to size. They've had the second cut back already, so yeah, they're just starting to bud up, so I need to start going through and working out which buds to strip out and which not. And then here they've got a bit of a mixed planting. So this was the last planting area that I did. So this leafing here is butternut squash. Got 2 different types of butternut squash in there, and then these, which were looking amazingly purple, well, these in here, they're sweet potatoes. That squash has been eaten, how annoying. And then they've got my phasalis planted down here, which you can see which way the wind is prevailing because they're all now nicely on the wonk. So yeah, that's essentially the video for up here. Just need to give it a good old water now. So we'll finish the tour up here. I'll water, and then we'll go back to the house and I'll do you a bit of an update as to what's there. Right, back at home, thought I'd show you how the blackberries are doing. Absolutely loads of them. Still need to cover them, but had originally planned to cover them the other week, and then thought actually whilst the weather was not so hot I'd leave them uncovered, and kind of glad that I did because the high winds would have just ripped the covering off. But now they're this darkened red, the odd sign of black, definitely need to get those covered. Right, so I'll show you these. This is grafted aubergine, doing pretty well, as you can see. Gooseberries all picked. They're the tayberries. We only managed to get a couple, birds ate the rest. So greenhouse, the light levels are definitely going to drop because of the amount of foliage in here, but we've had a serious amount of cucumbers this year, more than ever. There is a bit of powdery mildew creeping in where the weather has suddenly changed and it's become less hot and, well, cooler. Got the turmeric and ginger over the back there. Got turmeric growing in that trough down there. These are some stevia plants. And then you can see that the papaya now putting on new flush of growth. Little tomato plant there. And that's the mango tree. The hanging basket strawberries, a few tubs of peppers. So let's just get over the gate. So you can see the tomatoes are looking pretty good in terms of size. A little bit light in terms of fruit though. Certainly nowhere near the stage they were at last year. But yeah, I mean there's fruit coming, but not as much as I would have hoped for. You know, some big old ones amongst them, beefsteaks. But anyway, and then across here, got all the chilies and normal peppers still to go in. Plenty of fruit coming on those. Look like banana, I think. Yeah, they're just banana pepper, beigers, a normal globe artichoke there, still needs to get into the ground, and onions down there, experiment potato there. Let me just turn the light on, and whoa, this is what I've been doing. So I've done a video on the platting of garlic, but basically we've just been doing a bit of cleaning up of garlic each night. There are all the onions there in the crates, more garlic, and that tray there and the pot, well, they're the walking onions, and that basically is the roundup. Let's go back out. Actually, I just thought it's a couple of bits to see in here. Forgot. So yeah, new block perpetual spinach, Swiss chard, and then I've got last sowing of basil and coriander there, land cress, and then a bit of kohlrabi. That really is it. So that's it, end of video, end of my mid-July video at least. Got any questions, and obviously send them to me. If you like what I'm doing, then please subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit the reminder button so don't miss out on the future videos. And yeah, more importantly, make use of these, well, still good temperature evenings, extended light hours, and get outside, have some fun, enjoy yourself, and relax too. So till next time, bye for now.